The following ideas, thoughts, views, and opinions expressed by the panel of this podcast are purely for entertainment purposes and are not meant to be taken seriously at all. If you are easily offended, this may not be the podcast for you.
Pussy.
Some of the conversation and themes of the show may be for mature audiences, so viewer discretion is advised. You have been warned. Enjoy the show.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ant and CJ show. It is your boy Ant, and we have a special guest in the building today, Trey, my boy.
I would say thank you for having me, but I don't know if this is going to be a blessing or a curse yet.
We got Trey in the building, everybody, and apparently Clean Bean Charlie.
I do have to ask, because I didn't ask, I just got to ask this question. Why is your name Clean Bean Charlie today? So I'm gonna set up a joke for later. So your hair's uneven also? Like,
The fuck? And
Did your light go out, or did you turn your light off?
Oh, no, I turned it off.
he turned it off. He's
You're trying to make it.
Ian said your lights went off.
Y'all going with the Spanish jokes again? Losing power and shit?
Making sure you paid your electricity bill and you're not stealing it from your neighbor, you know?
Nigga turn on his sink and his lights go off.
The extension cord got unplugged.
Things never change.
No, never.
Never ever.
Never have
Consistency
I
is
ever.
key. Consistency is key.
Man.
What's good? What you been up to? How you been? How's everything? How's life?
Life is good. You know, going through some changes at work that are unprecedented. There's one thing I saw like on Twitter this week is like, I just want precedented things for the rest of my life. We keep living through unprecedented times, and I think that resounds with me because like every time you hear something, these are unprecedented waters. So it's like, I would like to just like, can we get some precedented waters, like things that we've seen before? Like, can we like
Be a little
not
bit
do
normal.
right? Like, can we not do things that we've never seen before in life? So you know, but you know, thriving and surviving, man. I can't complain.
I felt that.
How's the wedding planning?
I think we've set an official date, so that's a
big.
plus. The budget.
You set the official date?
I think, in retrospect, yes. Like we like figuratively speaking, yes, we have a date in mind. Like, and it's the date that we are both have agreed to. So yes,
What are you
Like,
aiming
and-
for?
our 10th anniversary. So 2026 would be like our 10th anniversary. So we'll do the wedding that day.
Okay.
That's dope. That's dope as fuck.
So it's a long time to be with one person.
That is a very long time.
It's a long. I will not change it for the world because the streets are ghetto. The streets are real ghetto.
This is real new for you. Like, this is your first like double-digit relationship, right? You didn't really
Ever.
Yeah. So this is the longest you've gone.
I mean, prior to this, I had like an amazing 6-month relationship. That was the longest I'd ever been with someone. So yes, 10
Yeah,
years.
So as a fellow street dweller, how is that long-term commitment thing working out for you?
You know, so like I won't lie, like temptation is always going to be out there. There's always going to be someone that like nobody wants you until someone else has you is such a true statement. Because then that's when, you know, all of a sudden, oh my God, I've had feelings for you forever. Oh my God, I was single for like 3 years. What were you then? Like,
Nope.
I'm not your backup plan. If I'm not your number one, I don't want to be your number two. Like, you just have to find your person. And honestly, I think I found my person. I think that a lot of the times I don't understand it, to begin with. Like I don't understand how intimacy works and how like being intimate with your partner as opposed to being intimate with anyone else. I don't understand why, if that makes sense. Like I don't understand why I can be faithful now at this point in my life when I've never cheated prior. At least I don't think I have. Don't quote me on that. I've never cheated prior, but like I've never questioned my faithfulness now, if that makes sense. Like it's not like, oh yeah, today I'm bored, let me go find somebody I can sleep with. It's more like I just go about my day to day, remembering that I got somebody I want to come home to.
I think that's love, and I think that's age and just maturity. Because I've learned a lot of that about me too. Like it's like what you said. Like the temptations always be out there.
Yeah.
Like I go to the bar with my ring on, and with my ring, it's like they everywhere.
Oh no! If you went to that same bar without your ring, not a single soul would blink an eye. But the moment that ring is on your finger,
it's like
then all of a sudden you have just become the most attractive person, no matter how ugly you are. Not calling you ugly, but I'm just using you as an example. As an example
for ugly in this scenario doesn't do much for myself.
I didn't say I'm not. I didn't call you ugly though. I'm just saying you're just the example, and ugly is in the same sentence. I didn't use them together. There is no like preposition that says you are ugly. It's just like, hey. Doesn't matter what you look like when you got a wedding ring on. Some woman out there wants you, everybody. So, don't let your wife stand in the way of finding your true love.
That is
That is wild.
You should write Valentine's cards.
Yo, for real. I'm going to use that quote on my IG story.
You should work for
Don't let your wife stop you from finding true love.
Roses are red, violets are blue. She ain't the one, but maybe she is too.
Hey.
Don't listen to me, folks. Don't listen to me.
My wife.
Yeah, I
don't
need
do that.
a wedding ring. I'm in these streets again.
Ooh.
All right, Aunt. Well, we just waiting for you.
Yeah, like this way. Like
Get your shit together.
This man, you're gonna segue. You might as well fully seg all the way. Like,
Yeah.
man's like, I'm in these streets. I'm a whore. I'm a slut.
Get your shit together.
Listen,
Yeah, figure your life out.
I'm trying to find my one.
Oh yeah, he in new territory, Trey. I don't know if we ever.
No, this is new news to me. This is live, y'all. Finding out for the first time.
Yeah, man. I'm on my own. I moved out. We broke up for good.
I mean, did anybody expect anything else?
No.
Because I heard the comments and I was like,
Kicked his ass to the curb. And
oh,
it's funny because it could have been a literal physical kick,
yeah, could have been like the drop kick.
like a little
it was a
Shawn
three-piece
Michaels
this
type
time.
of thing.
It was a
Sweet chin music, baby.
Little sweet
Sweet chin music. Straight
Right
to
to
the
the
chin.
testicles.
He do got a lot of chin though, so
That is wild.
Call this
Trey
nigga.
came back with a
Call
vengeance.
this nigga the crimson chin.
Hey. Fucking Trey. Yeah, I'm dead. I'm dead.
The
I'm
nega
dead.
chin.
The mega chin is crazy.
Yo, we need a mega name for Trey though, because I'm Mega Chin. We got Mega Mind over here with CJ.
Mega Mind.
You're such a bitch.
Such a hater. It's professional hater.
It wasn't even me this time.
The heat was too much for him, so he had to put it to you now. It's like, I gotta redirect. Nah, you're not getting out of here, Crimson Chin. Come back into the frame.
You see how
Show
you
the
do
people
shit
your
like that,
chin.
dude? Supposed to be my boy. He just gonna throw me into the fire too. Fucked
Listen,
up.
man.
Damn, that's crazy. Sorry to hear that relationship did not work out. But if you need a counselor for the abuse you endured, I may know a person.
I told him we was gonna start a GoFundMe for his self-defense fund.
Yo.
I think he still needs it.
Or GoFundMe so he won't be abused, and we
Yeah,
can
that's
find him
real.
some help.
find some help,
Yeah.
find them a home.
I'm starting a Me Too movement.
Yeah.
A meet. Please don't. You could do a lot of things, but you cannot claim Me Too.
Yeah, Me Too is crazy.
You were a willing participant in that relationship, whether you wanted to admit it or not.
This is
I don't
true.
think at the end he was. I think at the end he was a prisoner. Like one of
Yo,
the girls
I
R.
don't-
Kelly had trapped in the basement.
I don't think he was a prisoner because he could have walked out of that door at any time.
And
But he
would've
chose not to.
uppercutted his ass into a coma.
I mean, those are just the consequences of your actions. It's what happens when you have free will.
Yeah. This is true.
But
This is true.
what can we
But
say?
hey, welcome back to the streets. I'm gonna throw you a party. I got
let's
you
go.
right now.
Let's go.
Let's not. You live very far.
Yo, they opened up one of those Elevate dispensaries over here. I think in the city.
Elevate?
Yeah, Elevate. They opened up another dispensary.
Never heard of it. Don't know her.
I don't know her.
This fucking.
The one I sent you is called Ascend. Is that the word that you were looking for?
Yeah.
Because
it
you
was a
know
symbol. It
how
was a symbol,
Spanish people say one word because they mean another word, but you're supposed to know what they mean. You don't. That's what just happened.
Language barrier.
See.
You speak English and were born here. Stop it.
You was born here?
According to CJ, I cross the border and I eat tacos every fucking day of my life.
Yeah, I know you.
Oh, so he's the one taking black jobs.
Yeah, he is the one taking black jobs.
Shout out
Got
to
it.
him.
I thought he floated over here on a door or something.
No, I floated over here in your buoy ass.
It is very buoy. Just
I thought this
Yeah,
nigga-
exactly. There you go.
I thought this nigga came over here on
Floating over the Gulf through the Gulf of Mexico on CJ.
I thought he came over here on a canoe.
No, this is we got to do it like this. CJ, take the hat off.
I'm not taking it home.
Take the hat off, CJ.
you wanted to take it off like 2 or 3 times. Now we called you a buoy, and now
Now
it's
he
a
don't want to take it
problem.
off.
Yeah, I'm
Now
not
he don't
taking
wanna
the
take
hat
it.
off.
Yeah, okay.
Now it's a
you guys.
problem. Okay,
Fuck
I
both
didn't
of
do
y'all.
nothing.
Nah, you did. You're contributing to it. You're not innocent
'cause-
in this. You're contributing to it.
If he takes the hat off, though, he does. It's not a buoy anymore. It's Mr. Potato Head.
Oh shit.
Just saying. Listen, you knew what you signed up for when you asked me to be here. You knew it was going to come fast and furious, and I wasn't talking about my semen. So you knew what was about to go down the moment I showed up here for this recording. So I don't know what you were expecting, but buckle up, kids. You are in for a ride.
What?
He said Fast and Furious like his semen.
God damn.
Nah, but CJ, take the hat off, yo. There we
Don't
go.
do
Oh,
it.
wait, no, do it. All right, go
Don't
Trey.
do it.
You guys are jerks. You guys are jerks.
I didn't even do anything. I just
You're
showed up.
contributing to it.
I'm innocent until proven guilty.
You're guilty. I have video. You're
You have a
recording.
video, but is it
Jesus.
me? Did I
Yes.
actually show up, or was it my twin?
You don't have a.
You can't prove that.
You had to think about it too.
As a woman who came up to me on the boat that was on the cruise, she's like, "Hey," and I'm looking at her like, "Girl, I don't know you at all. Like, not one bit. Don't know you. Never met you." She's like, "Didn't we smoke on the balcony last night?" And I was like, "No."
Whoa.
And she was like, "Are you sure?" I was like, "No, I don't even know you. Last night I was very drunk in the bed with my fiance." And she's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry, but you have a twin on this boat." I was like, "Yup, it's definitely another black guy with glasses and a fedora
She was
on
white?
this boat." Do you even have to ask?
Oh yeah, I know she was white.
She probably had an upside down pineapple on her door too.
She probably did. I don't know, but that was like one of the many racial moments of being on the
Probably wouldn't even look like
cruise.
Ian.
No,
The
not
nigga
at
probably
all.
look like Akon. She just see black niggas and just be like, yo.
Ew. Just darkness.
She just see black people and just be like, yeah, they look the same.
I had a
Listen, maybe she was alone on the balcony.
Twins.
Maybe she just attributed the darkness to some other
Oh.
random black guy.
there's some Fight Club shit going on there.
Yeah, like severe mental issues.
Yeah,
I'm
maybe.
down for it.
Dog. Another gentleman walked up to me one night. I was at because there was a club on the boat that I was going to getting drunk until like 2 a.m. And this gentleman walks up to me, and before you ask, yes, he is. It's Scottish to be exact. And he's like, "Hey, do you work on the boat?" And I promise you the chuckle of frustration that I let out, because like the other reaction that wanted to come out could not come out because the boat is only so finite and they would have put me out. Just was like, I know I'm on vacation just like you are, sir. And he's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I'm Scottish." I was like, "So you don't see enough black people? Is that
So in
like?"
Scotland, they just assume that the black people mop the deck.
Yeah.
I would have told that motherfucker
Yeah.
I'm the captain.
Yo,
I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that.
You work on the boat? Yeah, bitch. I'm the captain.
just being like, yeah, this is my ship.
You're on my
Welcome
ship,
aboard,
bitch.
Scotty.
How's your trip?
It's not worth it.
Where's your
It's like,
kilt?
it's just fun times. It's fun times. Sometimes people just don't know what to say.
Yeah, this is true. This is true. So speaking of people that don't know what to say, I have a question.
boy.
Here we go. Here we go.
Shoot.
As our gay representative,
So first off, time out. Let's go back here. Never in my life have I ever said I was a homosexual. But secondly, to be outed before I was allowed to say it myself, this is crazy. This is like high school all over again.
CJ wanted to call this the Pride episode.
So we're going to call this the Pride episode after Pride is over. July 1st.
He said it's October.
July 2nd. Gays out, straights in.
okay, all right, that's fair.
That's crazy. That's crazy, CJ, that you would out me like that without me even saying anything. I was like, we never asked. I never said a gender. I never said a role. Like nothing. I just was like, oh yeah, my fiance get married. But thank you, world. Yes, I am a flaming homo. Continue, CJ, as the gay representative. Continue.
I forgot what my question was. I don't
You forgot what my question was. Come on now.
even remember now.
You let the world know that I'm gay, so like let's continue with this.
Well, we just record. It's not a live stream. He gonna edit this part out.
Oh, we're not editing. Oh, remember, no edit. Let's go. Keeping it rolling.
Oh,
What is your question?
well, we can be safe. I mean, you trying to protect your identity, Batman.
I'm not trying to protect my. Okay, so first off, I wish I was a rich billionaire because I'd hire someone to kill your ass for outing me on your show.
Jesus Christ. Murder
But I'm
is
not.
expensive.
Murder is expensive, but what's a couple of thousands when you're a billionaire?
Excessive. Do I deserve that?
Do you not deserve death is the question you should be asking.
I
I'm glad he
deserve
said
that.
as our gay representative.
Right, like just
I had a question. I
I speak for all gay people. That's wild. That's wild.
He made you president of the gay association.
Not made me president of the alphabet crew. Like that's crazy.
He said as a proud member and representative of the LGBTQ plus community.
Shut up,
Yeah,
you're
'cause I'm-
making it worse.
Fucking adding letters to that shit.
You're making it worse.
So
Alright,
CJ, as a proud member of the Ocean Association and the Bowie Foundation,
How much water do you weigh exactly when you are buoying? Like,
what is your density level?
that's kind
and how many waddles do you waddle exactly when you're in the water?
of, what's my density is a little bit wild though. That's a nasty question.
Hey,
I mean, only if you made it nasty. You
That's a sick question to ask.
How many
never-
seals just lay on top of your ass in the ocean?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this.
I don't know either, but we're just gonna keep it moving.
Yeah, I don't know where we're going
So,
with
what
this.
was the question for the gay?
Yeah,
gay
what was the gay
representative?
questions? Yeah, I want to hear the question now.
I don't remember what the question is anymore.
No, because you said, speaking of not knowing what to say, and then you went as the gay representative, so it was obviously something about some gay shit. So figure it out.
Yeah, it was a question. It was a question about something gay, but I forget what it was. It was about Pride Month, but I don't remember what it was about Pride Month. But I had a legitimate question about Pride Month. Like it
I'm
was
sure you wrote that shit down somewhere. Go.
I'm sure you wrote it down
I'm
I'm
somewhere.
sure it's in a note somewhere.
I didn't write it down.
What were you going to ask about? What about Pride Month would you have to ask me?
I don't know. Do you celebrate Pride Month? Like at all during Pride Month?
I've gone to Pride before, but I understand the importance of Pride, and I understand how there are so many kids out there who are trying to find out who they are, discover who they are, and they don't have the family support. They don't have some of them don't even have a home because when their parents find out that they're gay, they put them out. So I understand the importance of Pride. I personally, New York City Pride is just a little excessive for me. Like I could do like the parade, but then I need to go home. Because I love celebrating. I love my gays. Their celebration gets a little out of hand, as some of the videos online suggest. And I'm not going to say any in particular, but there is a golden shower one that was just like kind of wild from this weekend that I just was like not sure if that represents Pride, and if that's somehow someone else represents Pride, that is good for them. But like I said to begin with, I like do low key things. I don't really go into I avoid New York City like the plague when Pride weekend comes. I don't go into like the drag brunches which I probably should go to a drag brunch here or there, but like not on Pride weekend in the city. It's a lot. Maybe it's just me being old now. It's just not my thing anymore. Like, 'cause when I went to Pride like 7 or 8 years ago, I was out. I took the next day off from work. That's like how I went to Pride and had a blast. And then I rested for like a full 16 hours the next day because I was up until 3 a.m. So yes, but no, to answer your question.
Being gay and being black, do you think that Pride Month has equal, lesser, or greater value of Black History Month? Like, do you think that the significance of each is equal?
I think that people tend to focus on Pride Month more because corporations like to tweet about it. You have stories that come out about players who are gay in different major league sports who their teams celebrate Pride Month because it was a part of their contract. I think that the exposure of Pride Month makes it seem like Pride is more important than Black history. As a Black gay person, I'm always going to be Black. That's what you're going to see. But my gayness doesn't have to necessarily be defined unless I tell you. So I don't think that I don't think that Pride should be more important than my Black history because I have to live that. That's my lived experience. Who I choose, as they say, because that's also another thing. I don't think that sexuality is a choice. But just to be politically correct, who I choose to sleep with should never define who I am as a person. So I don't think that I think that with the erasure of history happening before our eyes, that Black History Month is even more important now than it has ever been in our entire lifetime. But also Black history shouldn't just be held to 28 days in a calendar. We should be teaching our kids Black history all year long because that is our past, that is our ancestors, that is what is the most important to everyone. We should all know about Black history just because there are so many influential individuals who helped to shape not only this country but many other countries and places around this world. Black inventors, Black scientists, Black everything. And I think that this question kind of poses a duality kind of for most Black gay people because they always get put into this box of, well, are you Black or are you gay? And it's not a fair question to ask anyone, to be honest, especially because you never hear someone ask, well, are you Black or are you straight? that like on the flip side, it's never asked how your straightness affects your celebrating of Black History Month. So I don't like the question, but that's how I would answer. I don't think that either month is more important than the other, but I do think that Black History is something that should not be contained to 28 days in a calendar year and 29 on a leap year. It should be celebrated year long. Should be celebrated all the time. There's so much about our history that we just still don't know or don't understand and don't have the full grasp on, because it's current. They're slowly taking it all out of all the textbooks, every legislation you turn around, something else is changing in this country.
Okay, I get that.
For sure.
Do you think that is? Do you think Pride Month is the same? Like it shouldn't just be limited to a month. We should just celebrate it year round. Or do you think it's kind of a different approach to it?
I know many people for whom Pride is very important to, so I don't think that anything that is worth celebrating should be limited. I know many people who are prideful all year long. I know people who are prideful only in that weekend. I think that everyone should have the freedom to celebrate it however they choose to, whether that is the 30 days in the calendar month of June, whether that is year long, having their rainbow flags up, however they choose to celebrate Pride, they should be allowed to. I don't think that anyone should police it, meaning that if you don't agree with it, then you should do like you do on Facebook, where you don't agree with something and you just keep scrolling.
I just personally don't agree with the fact that people utilize it as an opportunity to go look for a hookup. Like, I know some people that obviously are part of the community, and
obviously,
well, aside from you, that are part of the community, and they.
I need you to clarify that, huh?
So I'll give an example of a female that I know. She is lesbian, and
obviously,
yeah,
obviously.
Right? But she doesn't. It's not something that she kind of goes ahead and just like lives throughout the course of the year. It's like she waits till Pride to go ahead and take that moment as a time to go ahead and celebrate and just look for a hookup. Like, she literally went to the festival and the parade and everything, just looking for a piece of ass for that one day. So it's like, while other people are out there celebrating their identities and trying to find themselves, because my cousin herself has gone to Pride to try to see, because she considered herself fluid, and she wanted to go to Pride and see if she can find people similar to her that she can.
You said your cousin a fluid?
She identifies as gender fluid.
Oh, I thought you meant like cousin juice.
This fucking guy. But she went to Pride to try to find, people that are also part of the community that she can kind of befriend and, learn a little bit more about herself. This fucking guy. You can't even be serious with this fucker.
It's the cousin jizz for me. Like, I just I don't know what to say to that.
I tried to hold it. I'm sorry. I was over here sitting and like thinking about your Thanksgivings, and you got like a liquid cousin just sitting in a glass at the end of the table.
What the fuck?
Just like, oh, that's funny.
Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, my bad.
It's so a funny concept, and this may not be true for all gay people, but for many, and I'm not going to generalize. I'm just going to say there are a select few individuals out there that if they don't find you attractive enough to fuck you, they won't be friends with you.
Word. Yeah.
I'm waiting for him to say something stupid.
For me?
Yeah, you.
Come on, I'm not always stupid. I can be serious. I can have deep, intelligent conversations.
And then you talk about cousin juice. So, like, I don't know. Can
Come
you?
on, that was funny. That's hilarious.
That was uncalled for.
That's hilarious.
Fluidity.
Hey.
Do you have a gray hair coming off the side of your mustache?
Yeah, I be plucking them. I be plugging
That's
them.
crazy. It's crazy that you're younger than me, but you went great first. I'm just saying, God is good.
Damn,
Well, all right.
CJ.
I have more hair. Significant.
Debatable.
Significant.
Debatable. I haven't dropped my pants yet, so it's debatable.
Oh my god.
It's debatable.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, now we know Trey got a bush.
That is just not what I was expecting him to say.
Well, you know,
Jesus
you did
Christ.
start out by saying not knowing what to say.
Shout out to our sponsors, Manscaped.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Let's do that. Yeah. All right, now that we know he's got Chewbacca balls,
Hell yeah.
what is this?
The hairier the better. Trust me, never got a complaint, Chief.
Jesus
Hey,
Christ.
Jesus.
All right. Let's fucking talk about it. It came up. Let's fucking talk about it then.
Go for it.
So
How hairy is too hairy?
Oh, if you're going down there and you're coming back up with hairs in your mouth, that's already too hairy. Like
Okay.
that shit is just not cute. I do not. I floss way too often and way too much with my new teeth to be out here fucking plucking pubic hairs out my mouth.
I'm sorry. Wait. 'Cause
No, I said what I said.
so much happening.
So many.
There's so much to unpack. But
Just what do you want to unpack?
is way too much.
define new.
So you want to go?
like
Oh,
first,
so
first,
So
that's
first
what I
and foremost, Invisalign gave me this smile. So thank you, Invisalign. Shout out to no sponsor, but Invisalign, you're the real OG. So I got my Invisalign for after 32 weeks, and my smile is beautiful. So I spent way too much money on that. Well, my job spent way too much money on that because I didn't pay $1 out of pocket. So I spent way too much money on that, like I said, and I'm not gonna be plucking pubic hairs out my new teeth. Fuck all that.
Okay.
I can show you an old picture of my teeth. Them shits was jacked. I don't know why anybody ever said you got a cute smile. You a fucking liar. Tell you that fucking much.
And now that you mention it, like your teeth do look mad, like even and shit. Like
yes, they do, bitch. Invisalign works. Even closed my gap I had because my father's a piece of shit and gave me that shit.
I got it too.
Yep.
Mm,
Yep.
Your dad was
Yeah.
real ass though.
Jeez. Yikes.
I'm saying because your gap is a lot bigger than anybody else's.
Yo, what is wrong with you today? What's up with you?
Happy birthday, CJ Senior.
Yeah, happy
What's up with
birthday,
you?
CJ Senior. Yo, so then Keisha Cole's father was fucking ass.
Yeah.
What's crazy is that if that's the determining factor for her singing ability, that neither one of you motherfuckers can sing because your gaps are pretty big themselves.
All right, Invisalign. What the fuck is your problem now, too? Like, what
Anyways.
y'all?
Just saying.
Like, I
Yo,
thought we were
but-
having such a good time. Like,
I'm just saying.
I'm a buoy. My teeth are fucked up. Y'all niggas, what are y'all on tonight? Like, what?
What are we on tonight is a great question.
Why'd you put the most urban hat on though?
You be hating.
It's a legit question. So, Your Honor, I need you to make your defendant answer the question.
It's the 4th of July. Come on, you know what we about to do for the 4th.
Oh, God.
You know what we about to do for the 4th. Come on, see, and don't get it because he not black, so he don't really know. But Trey, you know. You know what we be on for the 4th.
I'm
Come on.
just gonna mind my business. Nope, I want no parts of
Yo,
this. I want no parts of
Nah,
this.
you know.
I
Come on.
don't know nothing. My name is Bennett and I ain't in it.
You've been in the cookout for years. Come on, you know what's
I'm
going
sure
on. For the
Ant been
4th.
to a couple cookouts himself.
Of course. Come
That's probably where he got. That's probably where he got his first drop kick.
Not the black
That's what
cookouts.
I
he
didn't-
told me. He taught me how to wobble.
He go to the cookout where it's burrito on the grill.
Wow. First of all, Maria's not cooked in a grill, you fucking dumbass. It's cooked
I don't
in a
know.
pot.
Of course, I don't know how it's cooked, niggas. I'm
They they throw some sofrito on it.
yeah.
Some sofrito.
You gotta-
the adobo.
you gotta cook the
the
chilies,
adobo
bro.
with the green top.
Yeah.
The sazon.
He been to some of the salsa fests too.
Oh yeah, I used to live in the salsa places, baby. I'll tell you right
Oh,
now.
let's go. Let's go. See, he been to y'all little Cinco de Mayo cookouts.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I'm not fucking Mexican, you fucking dumbass. Yo, he runs with this Mexican shit. The fuck? Just because a motherfucker enjoys some tacos every once in a while don't mean I'm Mexican.
Man said the Cinco de Mayo cookout.
Fuck.
That's
Don't make me go put my Juneteenth shirt on.
Wow. Talk about appropriation.
Oh yeah. No, he was about to go crazy for Juneteenth. I'm not gonna lie.
I bought a kufi too, bro.
He bought a kufi. He was about to go crazy for Juneteenth.
I had the background ready too. It's that we
I
the
told
people.
him I'm gonna call Dr. Umar. I'm gonna let Dr. Umar whoop his ass. Dr. Umar gonna whoop his fucking ass. He was playing games.
That's crazy.
I'll pop up
man.
with a dashiki.
Oh man, that is funny shit.
That's crazy. You're not black also, you know that, right? Like, just like you're not Mexican, you're not black as well. You're going a little hard there.
What do you make fun of your wife?
All the time. I was like, what type of question is that?
All the time.
What type of, like, I was like, if you don't, if you and your partner don't joke around, then y'all not for each other.
Yeah.
I don't, like, I make fun of my fiance and he makes fun of me. Like, it's just our normal, like, thing. The craziest thing ever said is, like, I've been to many weddings. I've heard, I'm marrying my best friend. And I was like, well, that's some bullshit. If I ever heard it. When I was single, before I understood it, that I was at a wedding once, I was like, bullshit. Like, literally, as they said that at the vows, I was like, bullshit. That's bullshit. You know it's
So
bullshit. Now it's you really understand it differently. Like, this person that you are financially committing to, that you are emotionally entangled to, that, like, you cannot, there's no way they can't be your best friend. Like, you can't be around someone who you can't have fun with, who doesn't understand your level of humor, who doesn't understand you. So that's why, like, when people say, like, they marrying their best friends, you get to understand that shit is real. You can't just marry any Tom, Dick, or Harry out here. And that's for my gays and any Linda, Leslie, or whoever, the other insert woman name here. Like, you just can't marry anybody. You have to marry. And for my non-binaries, the Ellens and the Elliot Pages of the world, like, like the transgender, whoever you're marrying, like, you just can't, like, you're just not gonna marry just anyone. You have to marry somebody.
Who the fuck is Elliot Page?
Elliot Page, the chick from Juno, that
The
is
man,
now non-binary.
The man, you're correct. So Ellen Page is no longer is Elliot Page now.
Yeah.
So Juno is a nigga now?
Well, the movie does not have a sequel, but yes.
Yeah, man. Keep up.
But that's not the topic of conversation right now.
She got a mustache and shit?
You haven't seen Umbrella Academy?
Nah.
Oh,
He's in it.
he is a boy, Damon.
Is that? All right. Are we? This is fucking insane. I have thoughts, but I don't want to be offensive. And to me, like, no, you laughing, but I'm being dead serious.
Because
Like,
I know exactly where you're going to fucking go with this shit.
because
That's why I'm laughing. Because I know that we will easily get canceled before we even get started.
I understand. All right, yeah. All right, you're right. Moving on to sports. So the Boston Celtics won the NBA championship.
That was like 2 weeks ago, my boy.
I know, but I mean,
So let's talk free agency. Let's talk about it.
Donovan Mitchell signed an extension.
Yeah, continue to be mid. Congratulations. Moving on.
Yeah.
The only thing that I think that was significant was the 76ers have actually made significant additions to their team. Eric Gordon, Paul George, bringing
Mo
back,
Bamba, right?
I don't know, Mo Bamba. Is that a significant addition? I was talking about bringing back Kelly Oubre. So like
That's a big.
that's a big
That's big.
that's a big sign. And, I mean, but also Campaign was arrested for not giving his real name out to a police officer recently. So that also happened as well. So talk about bringing it back.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Paul George. That's the big pickup.
Big pickup. Does it? Do you think so? So here's the question I pose to you: the 76ers have had an off season. Does it make them better than the New York Knicks? Does it make them
No.
on par with the New York Knicks? Who is the top? Who's the top four in the East? Because
I think Boston is still the best team in the East.
agreed.
Especially because they just won the championship and now they know how to win a championship.
Can we just discuss the $1 billion that they spent this year? So
They spent a lot of fucking money.
no. They just spent $1 billion after winning the championship. So Tatum, $315 million, 5-year extension. Jaylen Brown got another max extension. Drew Holiday got like a 212 4-year extension, and Derek White just got a 126 4-year extension.
Ah, damn.
So Jaylen Brown
in those 4 years,
is going to be the Jaylen Brown. Jason Tatum is going to be the NBA's first $70 million player.
God damn.
Well deserved though.
Jason Tatum?
I think is well deserved.
I'm not really a huge Jason Tatum guy.
I would say Jaylen.
I like Jason.
I would say Jaylen Brown deserves the $70 million. If we're picking who's the more skilled and who was more solid in the playoffs overall, including the fact he was the Finals MVP, Jaylen Brown was the solid player through all 4 game matchups. Like
My top 4 teams that I got in the East right now, I think the Celtics are the best team in the East. I think the Knicks are right behind them. Because from top to bottom, I think the Knicks have the best roster right now in the East.
I think that the Celtics still have the better roster just because the Knicks lost a very valuable piece to OKC.
Very.
Yeah,
very
Hartenstein
valuable.
would have made the Knicks like
Roster in the East.
yeah.
But there was no.
But I think from top to bottom, because the Celtics don't have a bench. Like they don't have anybody that comes off of their bench and consistently gives them good minutes. They just gotta they gotta live and die with their starting 5. And it's if Porzingis gets hurt, they can still play well, but it's like they really gotta rely on
play well.
their 5.
Porzingis went down in the ECF.
Yeah.
They still the semis because they missed out. So Porzingis goes down in the semis. They lose no games after he goes down, and not only that, but also win a lot of those games by double digits.
But they cakewalk to the finals. Giannis was hurt.
No. But
Dame was hurt.
okay, move past them.
I mean, you got to play who's in front of you.
You got to move past injuries. In every team, that's what happens. You got to play who's in front of you, and injuries do play a part, and they could change the game, but they also might not have changed the game. That's like the guys on the truth. Unless you have like 6 or 7 players injured, that's a different conversation. But just Giannis being injured, you still
Giannis and Dame.
well,
Giannis and Dame just like
got
3 games in that
injured.
series.
I think Dame got injured in that series.
In game 1,
Yeah,
and I
that
think
last
he
series.
missed games 2, 3, and 4. Giannis missed game 2, 3, 4, and 5. I think. Like Giannis missed basically the whole series, and Dame was out most of those games too. They had to run like 2 or 3 games without both of them.
And they lost all those games.
Yeah, they got shit on. They got smacked around. The Boston, they kind of cakewalked to the finals. Like, I'm not trying to take nothing away from them because, like you said, you got to play who's in front of you, and they still had the best team in the East. But it was just kind of the East was kind of weak this year because injuries and a lot of breakdowns.
I agree in that respect, but also I don't just understand. I guess lack of experience from the West, because how did the Timberwolves, the Thunder, like how do all these teams fold to the Mavs?
Yeah,
And these are teams that were projected much higher to win or get at least to the finals, and none of the three top teams in the West all were eliminated before the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's because the West is tough. The West always been tough. Like the West, the seeding really don't matter because they top teams always be
But
hard out.
But you can't say that the East was a cakewalk and then the West is tough, and then you watch the Celtics steamroll straight through the Mavs. Like there was no competition. They got a gentleman's sweep by winning that one game where the Celtics phoned it in and let them win by 40 to give them hope. Because you watch the other 4 games, and it's like if the Celtics had played the same way they played in those first 3 games, there would have been no 5th game.
Yeah.
So let me ask you 2 questions. If the Celtics were in the West, do you think they still would have made the finals?
Absolutely, 100%.
Of course.
I think the Celtics was the best team in the NBA this year.
Yes.
Okay.
Without you have. If the Celtics had Porzingis, a healthy Porzingis, I don't even think that game goes to 5. I think it ends in 4. There's just like the depth that they have in their starting 5 allows them to not need a bench. Unfortunately, they don't need a bench because when you have 5 guys who can all score 20 points starting, your bench can score 10 points and they'll be fine. You don't need them to score. Like Indiana, for example, needs their bench to score because their starting 5 are inconsistent.
True.
Yeah.
True. And Boston got superstars,
legitimate superstars, and fucking Porzingis got a ring before the Knicks. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm happy for Porzingis though.
Whatever.
I'm happy for him. I like that.
Whatever.
But I disagree. I think if the Celtics were in the West, that journey to the finals would have been a lot worse. They would have got beat up on a lot more. Those teams in the West are a lot bigger and tougher and stronger and more competitive, and they just play a different brand of basketball out West. And I think the Celtics would have got it. I'm not going to say they still wouldn't have won the championship, but it definitely would not have been as easy. We definitely would have saw a lot more flaws get exposed if they played out West.
Who in the West would have done that? Because let's say the Celtics are number 1 seed in the West. So take them along the same path that OKC went.
If they would have had to go through,
the number 1 seed
in the West, it could have changed the whole
the Celtics.
standings, but
the Celtics would have been number 1 seed regardless of what side they were on. That's just how.
I don't think that they match up well with Minnesota. I think that they would have lost in a 7-game series to Denver. I think that they would have beat Dallas, of course.
Highly disagree with that. I actually don't think Denver matches up well with the Celtics.
Okay.
I think that size aside, that Denver's got exposed in their their game against the Timberwolves. That their size is not really a factor if someone matches up well, and I think that the explosive scoring that the Celtics have, that they are explosive.
The Timberwolves were able to beat the Nuggets though because they have 2 7-foot centers essentially. Mm-hmm. That's playing down low, that they're both really good defenders. Rudy Gobert is Rookie of the Year, 4 times?
Defensive Player of the Year.
Defensive Player of the Year, 4 times?
Yep, and how many NBA championships he got?
Absolutely none.
All right,
that's not what we're talking about.
I don't know, but that is what we're talking about. Like, I don't disagree with you that the Timberwolves are a tough team. No, absolutely, but experience-wise, the Celtics have been to the finals before. The Celtics understand the pressure and getting that winning. Like Rudy Gobert, how far has Rudy Gobert ever gone in the playoffs with the Jazz? Many years.
But that's also because Rudy Gobert has spent his whole career out West. It's always been more difficult out West. Always.
That's debatable. LeBron was in the East. So if you made it past LeBron and any of the years that he was in the East,
LeBron went to 10 straight finals with two different teams.
Exactly.
Right? Do you think that if LeBron was out West, he still would have made 10 straight finals?
A young LeBron? Are you crazy? Are you insane right now? Are you asking me to I think that LeBron on a healthy young LeBron without all the aches and pains he's had in the last 3
Yes.
seasons? Abso-fucking-lutely.
You still think he would have made 10 straight finals if he was out west?
He's the GOAT for a reason.
That's ridiculous to me.
Why is that ridiculous?
That's ridiculous to me.
What-
Because the West has always been tougher. LeBron made it
What
to those
team-
10 straight finals because the East has always been soft.
LeBron won a championship with the Lakers in the pandemic.
That bubble Mickey Mouse bubble championship is bullshit. You know that bubble championship is bullshit.
All I'm saying is, what team would LeBron have been on in the West? One. Give me any team. And you can't tell me that he wouldn't have elevated them to the finals. Even if they lose, he still gets to the finals. A healthy
He's not going to
LeBron,
10 straight
a
finals in
healthy,
the West.
I think he's going to 15.
He's not. Come on, you don't even mean that.
Oh, I do. I wholeheartedly.
You don't even mean
I didn't
that.
think that the motherfucker would drag the Cavs to 4 straight finals, but yet we watched it happen.
That was
But
a
that's-
Stephen A.
but
Smith comment.
that is how terrible the East was.
No, that is just how dominant LeBron is. You think that many of those seasons the Cavs weren't even the best in the East.
This is true.
They were just
LeBron in his prime.
Prime LeBron.
You're talking about record. You're talking about
I'm
they
just
didn't
talking
have the
about
best
prime. I'm
record.
just talking about prime LeBron. Period. Prime LeBron is something that we've never seen before. It was. Wait a minute. What's the word? Unprecedented.
Yeah, you would have put him in the
LeBron.
Lakers back then with Kobe. and
You
it
put
would've been a
LeBron
wrap.
with Kobe, they're running the fucking numbers up there. You put LeBron,
Prime LeBron.
wait. You put LeBron with New Orleans, Chris Paul, they're running the numbers up there. You put LeBron with Houston Rockets, James Harden, championships all over. You put LeBron with the OKC Thunder, with Kevin Durant and Westbrook and their brother, that's it. Like,
But you would have to swap. You would have to swap stars.
you don't have to swap stars out because the money was different back then. You don't get
there was no-
the CBA rules were different. They don't have the
Yeah.
first and second apron and the implications of what it means if you hit that now. Also,
True, but it was a much harder salary cap.
it was not
It
even
was a strong salary cap.
it was just a luxury tax. There was no second
And less
apron.
tax.
There was no second apron. There was no implications of if I have to pay the luxury tax, I'll just pay the luxury tax. Just think about it. Think about this. Do you know what the ramifications for being in the second apron is right now? Like, do you understand why teams are avoiding the second apron? And why people aren't making deals and going over luxury tax into the second apron? Do you understand what happens if you're in the second apron for multiple seasons?
No.
So one of the major things is that your draft pick gets automatically turned to the 30th if you're in the second apron. No matter how you end the season, you're draft number 30. There's a heftier tax than the luxury tax for every additional season that you're in the second apron. There's like all these other implications that go into like why teams are just letting people walk. Where they would have not done this previously, where you're like, oh man, I wish that the Knicks would have just gone into the luxury tax. They're already in the luxury tax. They're already there. They're trying to avoid the second apron because the second apron hurts teams' chances. Oh, most important, your next 7 draft picks can't be traded. First rounders.
Yeah.
So on top of your draft pick going to number 30, you don't control your draft pick for the next 7 drafts, meaning it's 2031, the earliest right now. So you lose any type of like bargaining for trades because you get to trade your unrestricted draft picks, but you don't get that if you're in the second apron for multiple years. Like I said, these are all new rules.
I mean, I get that the league has changed a little bit with how it is that the contracts are structured and things like that, but building the teams is going to basically boil down to the same thing. You get a couple of stars, and then you surround them with role players. That's the league. That's how the league always works. The financial situation yeah, it's gonna change, but there's more money to give away now, and you just acquire the stars differently. But the
Yeah,
teams that we see now are similar in structure to the teams that we've always seen.
no,
At least since LeBron went to Miami. At least since LeBron went to Miami.
but LeBron isn't the first person to do that. That's the part that like we need to stop like all LeBron to Miami. No. Let's go back a little further. The Kevin Garnett, Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Boston Celtics with Rajon Rondo.
Nets.
Like
They didn't ask for that though.
No, that was after
Celtics did that.
I'm just saying, but they're the first. They're the real first super team because all the other super teams. Remember before what is the commissioner's name took over? Adam Silver. Was it David Stern was the commissioner before him, right?
David Stern was
Yeah.
before, yeah.
Remember, Chris Paul to the Los Angeles Lakers is supposed to happen. And David Stern, you a dirty bitch because you blocked that trade. Chris Paul to the Lakers should have happened, and the Lakers should have had like 4 more championships. But instead, he blocked it, and Chris Paul wound up on the Clippers. After that,
Yep.
that was David Stern, you dirty bitch. God, I think he might have died. I'm not 100% certain.
He died.
Yeah, oh, well, you're dirty.
He died.
Oh, shit, he did?
Yeah, he did.
He is dead.
All right.
He's dead.
He's still
God
he's still a
damn.
dirty bitch. But that's what I'm saying. Like that, like the rules change. Adam Silver's changed the rules a lot, and that's why like it's. I 100% believe that LeBron would be just as dominant in the West. I think that we need to give up this conversation that the East is not as competitive as the West. Yes, I think there were significant injuries in the Eastern Conference this year that made the East look a little bit weaker because on every team above the seed 2, below the seed 2, there were like major players out. I mean, if you take example, the Knicks, Randall, OG. By the time the Knicks got eliminated, Randall, OG, Bogdanovich, Mitchell Robinson,
Robinson.
Brunson fractured his hand. Like, by the
Hart was
playing through a rib injury. They had 7 players. You have a 13-man roster, 15-man roster.
Yeah.
Who the fuck is playing now? Jared Jeffries, Shake Melton. Like, who is playing for them at that point?
But
Oh wait, that's
see,
just the
my
Knicks.
argument-
Maxey and Embiid both had injuries. Lillard and Giannis also both had injuries. Like all the stars for all the teams that were high seeded, where we were supposed to have some really great games, injured. Jimmy Butler injured by Embiid, actually, ironically, or Kelly Oubre, one of the two of them. Like, ironically enough, but like that's another one who's injured. Like all the stars were injured this season. It was like one injury after another right as the playoffs started. Some people were obviously out much longer. Like Randall was in the season for like 2 months.
My argument has always been that the East is significantly worse than the Western Conference. And I think that contributes to. I'm not trying to say that LeBron wouldn't still be dominant if he was out West, because that's not what I mean. But he would still be dominant. He's still LeBron. Like, he would still have the numbers. He would still have the stats. I don't think LeBron's going to 10 straight finals out West.
So just for reference, currently the East has a 4 finals lead over the West overall for more championships. They're 41-37.
Okay, so that means that the top team in the East has been better than the top team in the West more times than not. That don't mean that all the teams in the East are better. That just means that and that's how the East has always been. There's 2 really good teams in the East, and then everybody else they're good, but have obvious flaws. And then the second half of the Eastern Conference is trash. Trash.
But would you say the second
Maybe
half?
have a team making the playoffs in the East that don't even have 40 wins.
Well, that's not true. They do have 40 wins, but they have exactly 40 wins.
Oh yeah, 40-win team. They have losing records going into the playoffs.
Well, let's
Before
not get crazy now. This is not a new concept. I remember that the NFL, if we're just talking like, losing records, the fucking St. Louis Rams were 7-9 and were the champions of their division, which means they hosted a playoff game at 7-9. This is not. This is you. It literally is just the teams that that you play who's in front of you. I'm not saying that they're better, they're worse, because there are some teams in the Western Conference who are just like, you think that they're going to be good. They made the playoffs and they fucking suck.
There have been years in the Western Conference, and I'm just talking about historically. I'm not talking about I'm talking about over the last 25 years. There have been times in the Western Conference where every team from 1 through 8 had 50 wins. That has never happened out east, ever.
Let me take a look.
The year that the Atlanta Hawks won 60 games, you really think the Atlanta Hawks were the best team in the league that year? Of course not. That team was good. It was well coached. It was a very good team, but they weren't great. The East it's the Eastern Conference.
So
the East has always been terrible. I don't think that Braun is going to 10 straight NBA finals.
I jumped back to 2010. Top five teams are 50 plus.
Who in the East?
In the West.
Okay.
2011.
Look at like 2011. Look at 2007, 2008, 2009, 2000 and you said you started in 2010?
Yeah.
Because the year Kobe's prime years, 2005, 2006, 2007, them teams was all 50 wins.
Yeah. Okay.
The Spurs, the Mavericks, the Lakers, them teams was 50-win teams.
But those teams were also evenly starred at that time.
Okay, now look at the East.
Oh no, I don't doubt it at all. The East was 66 from Boston, 59 from Detroit, 52 from Orlando, 45 from Cleveland, 43, 41, 40, 37.
There's a huge discrepancy in the talent between the West and the East. I don't think LeBron is going to 10 straight finals in the Western Conference. I don't. Because then to get to the finals, you don't have to go through DeMar DeRozan, right? LeBron was having rivalries with niggas that are trash. He was having rivalries with Paul George in the Pacers. That Pacers team was good. It wasn't a great team. Now imagine first round in the playoffs, you got to see Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook, and James Harden. Or you got to see Kobe and Pau Gasol. Or you got to see Tim Duncan Spurs. Or Dirk's Dallas team.
I hear you. I just don't I think that you underestimate the team that would have been around LeBron in that time. You take LeBron, you put him on any of the 8 seeds of the Western Conference, since they were so competitive, they're going to the finals.
I strongly disagree.
I don't think that's just because you a hater. You a hater. That's what it comes down to. You know, I was sitting in the room when you used to have these arguments about LeBron and Kobe, so I know where this comes from. This ain't yeah, go ahead, take your cap off, fucking Mr. Potato Head, motherfucker. Yeah.
You're a peeled potato.
Crickets.
Take your hat off. Let's see what's under there.
What's good, boy?
See, exactly.
What's good, boy? What are you trying to say?
And my baldy is cleaner. We hating.
Hating? My teeth are straight.
It was just such a subtle jab that just hit so hard in the instant that it was released. It was like, at least my teeth are straight.
God damn. Jesus Christ.
Got more hair, but my beard is even.
Oh,
my beard's even.
Ish. No, it's not.
I've been telling you this shit for weeks.
You need to fix that.
You look like a fucking scrub daddy.
Like you need a net to go into the kitchen.
Well, yes, it's long. The hair is long. Where is it uneven?
Everywhere. Like I'm confused. You just look in the mirror and it's like, this looks amazing.
Well, that answers that question. Any other insights?
Yo, is CJ gonna go to the mirror after this podcast with a ruler just to
No.
level that shit
He's
out and go
gonna-
like, okay, I'm gonna hear.
Gonna cut the music on. He's gonna be like, you are beautiful. What they say. They're gonna the
His words can't break me
the lipstick in the mirror.
I learned so much about myself. The lipstick in the mirror. like Billy Madison with the guy.
Your teeth is crooked. Your beard is uneven.
Yeah, I learned so much about myself in these podcast episodes with you guys. My teeth are fucked up. My beard is stupid. My ears are too low. My head is bald and too shiny for cameras.
That's the more you know. The more you know.
Yeah. I'm happy I have such great friends that just...
Hey,
You know,
who better than
let
us
me
to
know.
tell you?
If
Yeah.
we didn't tell you, we would not be good friends.
You should write children's books.
I've thought about it. I'd be a great children's book writer.
Oh my
First-
god, just shut up and kiss.
First opening line: Santa Claus ain't real, niggas.
God damn.
The Easter Bunny, your parents.
The Tooth Fairy.
That nigga ain't real either.
Yep.
Your dad.
Your dad
came back.
never came back. He's not coming back. Don't wait at the
man.
door. He did not go to get cigarettes. He left you.
Uber eats yourself some milk because
He ain't bringing that shit.
Yeah.
You gotta get these hard truths out the way, because only after you've gotten through these hard truths can you start to heal. Uber eats that milk
That's
king. Although
That's
I've
me.
always been curious. Does Uber Eats determine whether or not they'll come into your building by the danger level of your apartment? So go there with me, Oprah.
They do.
Like, let's say
No.
you live in the hood. Like, for example, we grew up in the hood, CJ. So you know, I don't think Uber Eats would come into my building. Even the Chinese man would only come downstairs to the door
They'll make you come
and make you come
downstairs.
downstairs. He would not come up to your floor. But you know, this Uber Eats shit got a little out of hand. So do they go into the buildings? Do they not?
They
No.
have to.
No, they
But they
most
have
certainly
to.
don't. They don't do it in my project.
But listen to me. Listen to
They
me.
don't. They didn't
So
do it in my
the
mom's
app-
either.
So the app has this. It goes based off your location, and I know because I've done this in the past. So your app goes based off your location, where if once you're in the delivery zone, to make a comment, Trey. Once you're in the delivery zone, it has a circle in which you're supposed to be within that zone. So if the person says deliver to my door, their circle is inside the building, at which point you would need to step foot inside the building.
But he not Mexican though.
Mhm.
How many? So you used to do Uber Eats?
I did it in the past just for extra cash.
Right. Not to make ends meet.
That sounds like some real Mexican principles if I ever heard them.
I
Did
got
you?
12 kids I got to take care of.
Did you go stand outside of Home Depot too?
Yep, 150 an hour.
Oh, so here's an interesting little tidbit about me,
There
right?
we go.
Oh,
So this summer, I actually hired illegal Mexicans.
Nope.
For the first time ever.
My uncle did
at
it.
Home Depot.
My uncle did that too. He had a whole new basement done in a week. He paid them $150 a day, and he brought 8 Mexicans home.
I pulled right up to a Home Depot, and they was out there. They came, surrounded the truck that I was in, and yeah, they were looking for work.
that's crazy.
That's how me and Aunt met.
There what?
That's how me and you met. I
Yep.
told you I was starting a podcast, and you was like, "Si, senor, me."
We go to
Me.
Disney World, sir.
I do one.
Very cheap labor.
Who is the pride of Mexico? Like, if we had to pick one representative to be the pride of Mexico, who would it be?
Oh, I got this one. Hold on. Speedy Gonzalez, my nigga.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I just had to remember the name. Speedy Gonzalez is easily the pride of Mexico.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
That is
Right.
the
It gotta be Speedy
quickest.
Gonzalez.
Is
That
it?
is the
Would
fastest
you know?
mouse.
What about the Taco Bell Chihuahua though? Yo quiero Taco Bell.
That Taco Bell Chihuahua ass.
Ass.
I mean, at one point he was.
The most highest paid Chihuahua? Yeah, because Chihuahuas don't live that long.
I never fucked with him.
I'm just going to Google the pride and joy of Mexico and see what comes up.
Pride of Mexico. It's gonna be Eddie Guerrero or some shit.
You think it's Eddie
No,
Guerrero?
actually, Pride of Mexico does not bring up what you think it does. It goes back to gay.
Interesting. Chorizo.
It's racist.
That was racist and homophobic.
And homophobic at the same time.
That was racist and homophobic.
Out of line and out of
That was a
pocket.
twofer. Yeah, that was bonus points. This nigga is unhinged.
Been unhinged.
he said,
Nigga,
ooh, chorizo.
nigga hit the streets and all of a sudden don't know how to act. Like, okay.
Yeah, I told him there's a very big difference between him in a relationship and him being single. Like, he is not the same nigga. He's different. He changes. He changes. He's nasty when he hits the streets.
There's a difference between being abused and being free.
Nobody told you to stay in that abusive relationship. I mean, you know, CJ had to get out of his own abusive relationship before he, don't let your girlfriend stand in the way of you finding your wife. I'm putting down a T-shirt. Because CJ, you know exactly who I'm talking about too.
Oh, I agree.
Oh yeah,
I agree.
those are the times. I'm happily engaged now. But boy, them streets was talking.
See, it's always nice. I was just telling my little brother the other day, like, I'm a legacy act these days. Like, now I just make appearances for jersey retirements and shit like that. But all the things I used to do, I've given it up and I'm leaving it in the streets. My jersey is retired. Now I just show up for the commercials and the team get-togethers. Like, that's it. Even with, like, drinking. I was a heavy drinker. I'd drink anybody under the table. I'll smoke the table. Everything. Now it's just like, I'm not really drinking no more. I ain't really smoking no more. But, I just talk about the game from afar.
That's crazy.
Give me a little job on, what's the streets version of Sports Center? World Star?
World Star. Or the Shade Room, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, the Shade Room.
What is this? Get you a job on the Shade Room.
Yeah. Just work for the Shade Room. Why you sniffing your hat? What does it smell like?
I'm yawning, nigga.
Uh-oh.
Depression.
God damn.
Depression in Newports.
I was going to say that's where he stores his Doritos, but this nigga said depression. God damn. I was going to say he got a cheesy gordita crunch under that hat.
Hey, what the fuck?
I just had quesadillas for dinner, though. Shout out Mexico.
Yeah, shout out to Mexico.
Orale.
All the Antipas.
That's racist. Not gonna let that. We're never gonna let that slide, bro. Stop doing it. We're never gonna let that slide.
Quesadillas go crazy, Holmes.
Nigga said, stop doing it.
Stop doing it.
Oh, that is funny. That is funny. But yeah, I don't know. I have never really seen Mexicans get picked up at a Home Depot for work. And then I did that shit and was like, these are the black jobs that Donald Trump was talking about? What's going on?
I need to gotta check into I checked into my black job earlier and looked at the mailbox for a few hours, just checking it every so often because my job is technically closed this week. Hey, yo, listen, maybe that's my issue. I keep looking at these black jobs. I didn't know what these white jobs are paying, okay? Because clearly I'm in the wrong market.
Yeah, for real.
I can go from, yo, what's up, my nigga, to, hello, how are you? How can I assist you today?
My name is Trey.
Real quick. My name is Trey. I am your non-threatening friend. How can I assist you?
The code switch be real.
Who does not work on the cruise.
The code switch be real.
Who just,
just
the fucking audacity. The audacity. That was my, like, break the fourth wall TV moment. Because when that was said to me, I just looked like the camera crew was looking at me. Like, just looking off into nowhere, looking at a camera crew. Because, like, the fuck do you mean? Like, what are you doing? That's just crazy.
He was about to hand you the broom. There's a shrimp over there on the floor, Blackie.
Oh shit.
Go
Let's-
tweet that up.
No. If you're gonna go racist, then you have to actually use a slur. I don't know if your podcast can survive
no.
that.
No, oh no, I say nigga all the time. But, yeah.
No. But this is you. There is a shrimp on the floor. You jungle bunny. Okay.
Jungle Bunny is fucking nuts.
Dog, there's a clip of the Boondocks from like 2003 where Uncle Ruckus is like, oh yeah, I like to switch up my slurs every once in a while. Sometimes I call him a jungle bunny or a spear chucker, and it's like he goes through like several different slurs, and of course it's a reel, so someone is like watching it and they're like taking their phone, adding it into their book of slurs. Like, it's insane. The things that used to come on TV that would never make it to TV these days is insane. Just think about Scary Movie.
Yeah. But the world is so different now. Like, there's shit that happens now that never would have happened when we was growing up.
Oh, I mean, while the content has shifted in a way, the language has gone up like out of control. I watched a show that was like geared towards, I want to say like it was like from the creators of Blackish, where this is on like Freeform. This show was dropping like bitch and like all the other like this is words that would not have like aired during our time, like not on regular TV. And Freeform at this point is regular TV, like on CBS, NBC. Like there's a lot of words that would have never been aired in the 2000s that now make it onto regular TV within a regular TV show. Like it's just like I'm astonished at what you can hear on TV now.
There was a clip from a Disney show where I think it was iCarly actually, the iCarly reboot, where she said ass on Nickelodeon. And I was like,
those words
shit.
are no longer like the FCC, whatever they're doing out there. Those words are no longer restricted to like premium channels, cable television. Now everything is free and form. And like you turn the TV, it's, that was my ass, you bitch. I was like, whoa, what channel is this? CBS, Disney. Hey, what's happening to the world?
Sweet life of motherfucking Zach and Cody.
That's the one word they still bleep out.
Yeah,
Which
they
one?
can't say fuck.
Fuck is not.
Yeah, I mean, but on certain premium channels they do say it.
No,
like
no,
on
no,
Bravo
but-
and shit, they still say it. They say it.
He talking about basic.
I'm talking about basic.
No, on basic
he
cable,
talking
yeah,
about
you
basic.
can't fucking
Yeah.
say it. But the sexual
fuck
innuendos run crazy. I saw Inside Out too, and the father looks at the mom and he goes, "So no kids this weekend? What are we doing, huh?" And he's going like this, and winking and raising his eyebrows. I'm just like, yo, and this is a little kids movie.
You went to go see Inside Out too?
Yeah, and then I was
By yourself?
no. What the fuck would I go see Inside Out?
That would be fucking sick.
That is disgusting
just-
and disturbing.
You had to quantify. Like you didn't
That
say
would
who
be-
you went with.
That would be fucking nasty as fuck.
You motherfuckers forget that I have children in my family. Like,
Yeah, that would be fucking crazy.
I was just trying to make sure that you didn't go
In
by
the back
yourself.
of the theater and Inside Out 2 by yourself is,
just whispering in people's
Insane.
ears, "Hey, I want to see you Inside Out."
oh my god.
This conversation is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah. I think this might be a good place for us to stop and wrap it up.
It's very Jeffrey Dahmer of you.
At a kid's movie, it's worse than Jeffrey Dahmer. It's very Jeffrey Epstein. That's very... Nah.
I'm fucking dead.
No.
That's wow. Yeah. What a way to end the show, Ant. Great job.
2-minute warning.
So for my 2-minute warning, Shrek 2 is better than Shrek 1. Not only is Shrek 2 better than Shrek 1, but I think that Shrek 2, the sequence where Shrek is on the horse and riding into town, and he's handsome, and he's riding on Donkey, who is now a white Mustang. He's racing in the town with the giant cookie, and that whole sequence with the musical number and everything is one of the top 5 greatest movie sequences of all time. Of all time. Animated or not animated, that movie sequence is one of the greatest movie sequences ever. Quote me on that.
Shout out to Gingerbread Man, the original Haktua guy.
The original Haktua. He really is, though.
All right, Trey, 2-minute warning, go.
So I'm going to take this 2 minutes to talk about the fucking Yankees. Never in my life have I ever been disappointed by a ball club the way that the Yankees have collapsed in the month of June, during the gayest month in the year. These motherfuckers may have won a total of 5 games. And for anyone who follows baseball, the Yankees were the hottest team in the MLB going into June, and they have dropped to like being like the 4th highest team now. And the Reds beat them tonight, for a reference of when this was recorded. The Reds, the Cincinnati Reds. Not a team that, yeah, exactly. Your face says it all. Who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is on that team? Like, what is happening right now? Get your shit together. You got the Aaron Judge talking about he's gonna be the AL MVP on a team that loses. The fuck is the point? You're gonna be the AL MVP. Y'all getting all that money, and your team ain't winning. Juan Soto signed a fucking deal. Do something. Out here, want a fucking legacy contract, and y'all losing to the fucking Cincinnati Reds. Make it make sense. You lost to the Mets twice, dumb bitches. Can't even say you run New York.
All right, and 2-minute warning. Take us home.
All right, let's go with a high thought. Since you know I like to hit you with these randoms. So when you buy a bigger bed, you get more bedroom, but you lose bedroom.
All right, well,
He's not wrong.
it's been a good show.
He's not wrong. He's not wrong at all.
Yeah, but why? Why? This is not. We're not even high. This is not even the space for this.
It's like asking, why does a towel get dirty as you dry off when you're supposed to be clean?
There you go. You come out the shower clean, you use the towel.
It gets dirty.
How many washcloths do y'all use in the shower?
I use a loofah for my body and a washcloth for my face.
How often do you switch out your loofah?
Like once every 2 to 3 weeks. I'm gay. Come on. You know, I'm just the normal hygiene products of a straight man don't apply to me.
This is true. Have you ever waxed your asshole?
Nope. Left it just as hairy as it is right now.
Do you prefer a nice waxed asshole when you're inserting, or?
Nope. I prefer the more hair the better.
But on impact, that seems like that could get a little bit messy.
If you use the right lube,
like,
nothing is messy.
It'll like wrap around your dick, and then you just ripping hairs out of that poor guy's anus.
Well, luckily I'm still fucking the same guy, so I don't have to worry about any other poor guy's anus.
That's very true. See, commitment wins again. And get your shit together, bro. Get your fucking shit together.
What the fuck?
I don't know how this has anything to do with you.
Have anything to do with me?
Well, I guess he's trying to ask, is your asshole hairy or not?
Oh yeah, you got to get your asshole bleached.
What the fuck?
You got to get.
You out for the streets again, especially if you want a young lady to eat you out. Like I'm just saying, like if that's your thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta let her eat the gooch.
Gotta eat the gooch. Gotta be runway. Gotta keep it clean.
And at that note, ladies and gentlemen,
Spanish bitches put sour cream on your gooch.
what?
That's Mexican again. They put adobo and sazon.
Oh,
Sprinkle that shit
So
They says on the gooch.
on the goose too. And if they feeling really spicy, sofrito.
They be putting that mayonnaise stuff they be putting on the mangoes on your gooch.
That mayonnaise shit that they be putting in their hair.
Yeah.
mayo
Oh.
ketchup. It's mayo ketchup.
That's crazy.
That nigga gooch probably mad slick.
You got a slick gooch, Ant?
You got
Yo, what the
You got
fuck? Yo, that's it. This podcast is over. Hit the end button. What the fuck did this turn
Got that
into?
car wash spitting shine gooch.
He got the hot wax. I fucking hate the buffet, yeah. Yo, I'm dead.
Oh, that is fantastic. All right, well, this
man.
was fun.
It was fun. We got to do it again.
This was fun. Yeah, we got to do this again soon.
I'll see y'all niggas in like 6 months.
Oh, shit.
That sounds accurate.
Yeah, that sounds about
That
right.
sounds pretty accurate.
That sounds right.
All right.